So let me quickly grab the die set. Here it is. I'm just going to switch screens again so I can actually see what I'm doing. Here we go. So this here, this is the Starbox gift, the Starbox die set, and it sold out pretty much straight away on its launch back in January. So this was part of the Surprise and Delight collection, and it appeared on Hachanda. I think it did sell out. After a few sellouts, there wasn't much left on the table. So, but I did do my 5 shows still, so we still had a few left over. But yeah, apologies for the state of my nails. As you can see, when I'm busy, my nails just, they're off the chart. There I don't even think about my nails, so apologies for that. So if you're ever wondering how busy I am, just check my nails out and you will see. It's always the first one to kind of fall off the turntable. Okay, so I'm going to switch cameras now, and for my top thing, I'm gonna have to sort the lighting out as well, and then I'll be with you in a moment. Okay, so this is one of the star boxes. I don't have an example of the main star box because all of my samples are over in Stockport at the moment, over at CraftStash HQ. That's where all of my samples are stored when they're not being used for display and things like that, for Hachanda shows and also for the CraftStash Live. So I don't actually have a large box here with me at the moment. I just need to sort my lighting out. I tend to use one of these. This is a lantern thing. I just put that on my daylight lamp. It diffuses it. And it all works out okay. So I'm hoping that sorts it. If not, I'll fix it. Okay, so I've chosen my cardstock already. This is going to be made from Centura Pearl from Crafter's Companion in Pacific, not specific, Pacific. And I'm going to quickly show you the what I've got left and how I've done it. So I've used an A4 die cutting machine, which you are going to need for this die because of the stars quite large. So you need an A4 one for this. So I've got all my side pieces cut out from that one. I think I've got one more. I think I've lost one. Yes, because there's only 4 here. You need to cut 5 of each side, and then I've cut 4 of these large stars here as well. So I can cut these off, and these can be my leftovers. They can go back into the pack. And I'm going to try and put this together a little bit differently from what I've demonstrated before. So we have a few options here as how we're going to finish off the top of the box. So I have one of my brand new big bow die sets here. Love this with the butterfly. I've been using this for the CraftStash's 5th birthday celebration. So we have this one here, and there's loads of different things. There's different backs here. So this is the main die that makes the curve shape there, and you can choose to have the butterfly or not. And then we have a choice of the 2 backgrounds. This one is my favorite. This one is pretty much from my original idea, and then we have another one added on there too. So that is one thing you can use to finish the top. And we also have the Ultimate Gift Bow die set. This was released at Christmas, part of my Christmas collection, and this sold out as well, but it's now back in. And I have something that looks like it. This is definitely it, but I didn't actually finish this one off. This is actually dusty. It's been collecting dust. Dusty. So I would put another one of these behind it just to make it that little bit extra poofy and squishy. But this would also look good on top of the star box as well. And we also have this intricate die as well, that you can also use that if you don't want to put a gift bow on the top as well. And I do have a demonstration for this star box here with the shutter on there as well. This was also a January release. So this was a really fun one because I had to travel to Ipswich and go to the second CraftStash studio over there where Lou lives. So basically that was a lot of fun getting the train there. It was like 3 trains I think it was, and then straight away I was another train direct to Peterborough. So this is what this box reminds me of. It reminds me of that weekend. So that was a huge weekend for the Surprise and Delight collection. So it's a lovely little studio that Lou has over there. So I would like to jump straight into making now, because I've been chit-chatting quite a while. I don't really consider myself as highly social, but when I come on here I just can't stop talking. So I guess I'm enjoying myself. Okay, so I've cut out five sides and 5 of the lid. This one here is made of 2 lids. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm just going to grab my bone folder and just fold everything down. And I'm going to try and put this together slightly differently from how I've demoed it before. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to join all of these together to make a star, and then I'll have them all like this, and I'm going to pop in one of the stars in there. It'll all come together, and then I'll have another star just to cover that. So I'm thinking that might be the best way of doing it. And I'm just going to say I have a brand new cosmic shimmer. I had to order this from Amazon, and I'm sure it's still in stock at the moment. Okay, so this cardstock was an absolute nightmare for me to use on Hochanda. I think it was the air conditioning and the temperature, but the glue was just taking so long to dry. And when you're having glue problems when you're live on TV, it can be pretty stressful. So I very quickly switched over to my glue gun, and that worked a treat. So nothing like your glue not sticking and not setting under all that pressure. But anyway, I've lived to tell the tale. Okay, so I have this super long line now of all of my stars, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this up like that, and then that should close just like that. That's one of the easiest ways of closing something like this, especially with gift bags and stuff. Okay, right, get that glued down. So while this is drying, I'm just doing the lid now. So there's a lot of so if you do all of your die cutting at the same time, and then you go ahead and you do all of your gluing, it really does speed everything up. And as this has 5 points, you need to cut 5 for each side, 5 sides for each star box. What I'm doing now is I'm folding these wrong. Let's get these folded right. So I'm trying to create the points now so I can slide in the star shape. I'm hoping this is making sense for you. So I've got the joins here on the inside corners. The outside corners there. I think we're almost ready. Okay, so another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these here and just fold them inwards so that we're going to have good contact. There we go, and then I'm going to set that aside. So this is where we need to decide where we're going to put our glue. So are we going to put the glue on the tabs or around the, I think I'm going to go around the outside edge here. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to slide this in. I'm going to stick that down so the first one meets up. There we go. Tuck everything in. There we go. And I think I did get some glue on there, so I'm going to have to get my baby wipe out and get that. I'm going to stand up for this. And just try and get everything in place. So this is the really good reason why wet glue is good for this, and this does dry pretty fast. So let me just find my baby wipes. Here they are. Okay, I'm going to keep this handy, but away from anything card. Okay, so if you've done this, let me know in the comments. You've put this down and then your project's touched it and then it's gone all soggy. I've done that so many times. So I always have to make a mental note, put this somewhere where my card's not going to touch it. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same for this one next, but this is the underside. It's gone a bit yucky. So that's why we have another star just to cover that up. So let's get that glued on. Just look behind me, I heard some noises behind me. I think it might be the cat. Okay, so this is a really good size box. It's coming together quite nicely. So let's give you some measurements, because I do sometimes get asked for measurements. So it is 4 inches tall, and we'll go from point to point. So it's a good 7.25-ish, and you can fit some good things in there as well. So it's perfect for a medley of different gifts if you kind of like to give different things away, and because it's star shaped, any occasion at all. So we've got Christmas, birthdays, babies, anything like that. So we're going to do exactly the same here. So I'm going to do these where they're joined together. They're going to be the inside, so I'm just going to fold in all of the joins there inwards. This one should be less fiddly actually, because it's got shorter sides. So that's kind of star shaped. There we go, and we're going to do exactly the same. I'm just going to add glue to this and then wipe my mat afterwards. Try not to get, oh, I did get a little bit on there. Push that in too. Okay, we're good. So these are going to make really nice little trays as well, for like putting chocolates in. You know, you can have a nice coffee table out, have different treats in each one, especially the wrapped treats. Okay, I've got a wet patch now. Okay, so let's pop that aside. So this is going to go on the top, and you can just push this in. It's squishy, so you can just pop that on, and there we have the lid. So this is going to be the top of the star box there. So do we put in the intricate thing? I think I will anyway, and then I'm going to decide on the top. I'm thinking I'm going to go for the butterfly, because that is the newest of the sets that's out. So I'm going to need the die that is going to cut that. Sorry if this is really noisy. There we go. I absolutely love this one. It's like a starburst. It's like fire and just that shape. Really like it. Okay, so we're going to pop that on just like so, and behind it I'm going to have a silver background. So we do have 2 layering stars in this set. We do have 2 layering in there, so but I'm just going to cut, I think I'm going to go for a smaller one. Make sure there's enough space there is. Okay, this has been so long since I've played with this. I think it was January. Yeah, January I last played with this. I'm just turning on my Gemini, just grabbing some plates. I have some new Gemini plates. I had a CraftStash delivery the other day, so I think one of my next videos is going to be what I bought. Oh no, wrong one. As you can see, these are kind of bent now, so I've done really well with my Big Shot. Here we go. I always keep my Big Shot plates flat. They're always flat. The key is you have one that cuts, one that doesn't cut, so as you can see these are completely different. And with this one you just flip it every now and then, and if you get to the point where you can push the middle in, where it bends in and out, all you got to do is turn it over and carry on, and then that will flatten it out. So that's how I've managed to keep my Big Shot completely flat. And I have had to buy, this is my old one, I have had to buy a new magnetic platform. Now this one was from Stampin' Up, because they had a partnership with Sizzix a few years ago, so they had this out as the magnetic platform. But one of my magnets in there has actually, it's broken, so I have ordered a new one of these. It's going to be just the Sizzix brand, so I'll include that in my craft haul as well when that arrives. So yeah, I don't really want to continue using this with a broken magnet, because I don't really want it to, you know, damage something. So I'm happy just to put this away as spare. But yeah, don't drop that on your foot, it's really heavy. I've done that. Anyway, back to this. Take this down. I like to keep this flat actually while I do this part. I'm just going to tape it down in 2 places, and then I'm going to grab some silver. Should I do silver mirror or silver glitter? Okay, I've got this pack here. This is also from Crafter's Companion. I think I'm going to go for silver glitter because it's just nice. I'm kind of moving away from using glitter card. Mirror card. Okay, so I'm just going to roughly cut this. And I'll be using this as well for the bow. Let's see if there's room for both. I'm not sure. We'll see. Yes, there should be. Let's get that tape down. It's really hard to get your tape to stick to glitter cardstock. So I'm presuming my connection's okay. We've had a bit of a funny connection still. It's getting pretty annoying now because we've always had a really good connection. Let's run that through. I've just got my Gemini just here. You see my wire trailing around the place. Okay. If anything falls down, I am balancing things, so if you hear a big crash bang, something has fallen. Okay, so we just pop these out. Again, this is optional, you don't have to use this intricate die on there, but it does fit perfectly on the top. Love that. Okay, so let's pop this out as well. Okay. Right, here we go. Oh, I'm loving how this is turning out. So that's going to go on just like that. That's a really pretty box. And you also get a die. Let's grab that. You get a die here that's going to give you 2 choices of matting the sides as well. So I do have something already cut out, but the colours aren't going to go. But just to quickly show you, this is one of the mats with the inverted corner, and that's going to glue on there. That actually doesn't look too bad, actually. So I'm just going to add glue around the outside perimeter here, and little bits of glue here as well, and then I'm going to pop that on. And there we have it. Now that you can use on a card. That would make a really nice, would that fit on a 6x6? It would fit on an 8x8 card. It really would. And then just add your sentiment, and you also get some other stars in here as well. You're a star, let's celebrate. That is your card done. Okay, so let's get this glued onto the top. Then we can start on our bow. I don't know if the bow is going to look right, but if it doesn't look right, I'm going to have myself an extra bow for any other project. So let's just see how it looks. Sometimes if you have difficulty visualizing it, you just have to audition stuff. That's kind of what I do. I just audition it, see how it looks, maybe come back the next day, add a bit more glue in the middle. So that is the star box pretty much done. If you wanted to stop at this stage, you have a lovely star-shaped gift box there, and that just lifts off like that. Or you could make two of these small lids to make the smaller box. So let's pop this on. So we're going to move over now to the gift bow. Let's see how that looks. I'm going to make it out of the same colours, so that's not the right one. I've made a massive pile behind me. Is anyone else here a piler, where everything just gets piled? Here we go. Right, so I love this. Okay, so all of my die sets come with in a little cellophane bag. You can keep them in there, or you can just tip them all into the envelope. So I'm just going to go for my favourite one. I always just go for my favourite thing. We have that as well. And you get this here. This is going to be the centre cover. So I need to put this through in the right order. So I want, let's have a look at the cardstock here. So I want this to be the silver glitter. I want this one here to be the main colour, and then I want the butterfly to be silver, and then I will decide, once I've put all that together, what the wrap's going to look like. Okay, everything's just disappeared in my head, what I've just said. Right, silver. Yes, silver. Yes, my brain does do that a lot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get all this run through my machine at the same time. So this die set will fit through a standard sized die cutting machine, but because I have the A4, I can just cut out what I need and then run it through. Oh, this is something I've always wanted to do. I'm just going to move back to the other camera. There we go. That's what these remind me of. Glasses. Right, so let's get those cut out. This one's going to be on the silver as well. So this is quite an intricate one, so I may run that through twice. Okay. Stay sticking, please. Okay, let's run these through. kind of put this in there just to keep the exposure, because it gets really bright if there's nothing in the center. So there we have our glasses. Okay, now this one has been cut out from the glitter. This is the non-shed glitter cardstock, so it has a layer of plastic in there too to kind of keep all the glitter in. And I do find sometimes it needs to get run through twice with some dyes, but this one seems to be okay. So let's poke all of this out. Okay, so after I've just put this together, I need to plug in my glue gun. So I'm going to have to disappear under my desk, my table, to plug that in. I think we're going to be good with this one. There we go. Time consuming, but kind of worth it. I mean, I do have the roller as well, but sometimes I'm just going to play Russian roulette with the spike. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly disappear under my table now to plug in my glue gun. Got a few wires on my microphone is as well, so I've got to get this so it doesn't get caught on each other. Oops, and there we go, I've knocked something over. So this is what I was doing the other week. I was cleaning under my desk, sorting out all my plugs. There we go, we're plugged in now. Hooray! That is one thing I do actually unplug, is my glue gun. I don't leave that switched off and plugged in. I disconnect it completely. Okay, right, so now while that's warming up, it doesn't take long actually. This Sizzix one's really good. Definitely the best glue gun I've ever had anyway. I've had a few where they do kind of gloop and you don't get a good line of glue. It's just too thick. Another one that I really like is this cordless one. You charge it up via USB. I really do like this one as well. It's perfect for travel, but I need to charge that one. That's the only thing. Okay, so let's just move everything aside. Okay, so let's get this bow put together. So this is going to be the rounded bit. So we need to hold this here while we curl that round. Just like that. As if you were doing curling ribbon. This is just going to stop it from creasing if you try to manually do that. Hold it again there. You might pull it off and rip it. So just hold it there and then you can put a bit of extra pressure on that curling. There we go. So it should look like that now. So let's see if this has heated up. I have a bit of glooping there. So it's not completely hot yet, so it might just dry before I get that on there. Okay, so what I've done is I've lined those up. Exactly the same on this one. There we go, so you should have something that looks like that now. And then here we have this base here with the jaggedy edges, or you have the choice there of the other one as well. This one's my favourite. Okay, so that's going to sit on there. Oh, that's really nice. I love that. Press that down. Then what I'm going to do is find the butterfly. So this is what it would look like without the butterfly. So you pop this over the front, and that is a lovely bow there. You can even cut this, die cut it from vinyl so that you can make a lovely hair bow. So you would glue that onto a hair clip. I have one here actually, something like this. So you glue it onto there and you have a lovely hair clip. So I would probably use a vinyl, a thin vinyl, or faux, a very thin faux leather type fabric. Okay, so I'm going to pop on the butterfly now. So I'm just going to add a dot of glue just in the centre there, and then I'm going to squish that on. I absolutely love that. That's almost like a bridesmaid's hairband. That would really nice party hairband. Okay, so that's going to go on there. Oh, I love that. That's really nice. It does blend in very well, so it almost goes invisible, but I'm sure if you switch up the colours you can make that a little bit more noticeable. So this is a really nice subtle theme here. So I'll pop some glue in the middle and I'm just going to pop that on there. Then we can fold these around. So I'm going to fold them around first before I secure with glue. There we go, just so that I have the fold marks. So one more dab here, and then one more dab there. There we go. Whoops. Okay, so now we can pop that on. So do I use foam pads to lift it up, or do I just go straight on with the glue gun? So I'm just reading some of the comments here. Okay, decisions. I'm gonna glue it on, I think. That's upside down. There we go. And on this die set, let's grab that back out again. If you're wondering what that, we have all these extra star dies here that you can cut out. I would probably do them from the glitter paper and then glue the stars along there. So let's do 2 panels. And I'm going to use my big shot for that. That's kind of like a curvy star, so I'm going to go for the stars with the straight edge. There we go. Just looking for my big shot. I put it on the floor. I am going through twice with this one because it is that non-shed glitter cardstock again, and it does need a little bit of an extra punch for the dies to cut it out, but that is totally normal with this sort of cardstock here. There we go. Let's move this aside. Put this on the floor again. I'm really running out of space, so I really probably should have another tidy up. Okay, so let's pop this on its side. I'm going to keep the lid on there because I know that it's going to, I don't want to stick a star halfway up, so I know where the lid is. So I'm going to probably put a star there as well. We could put a star down at the bottom. Yeah, I'll probably do something like that. So what I would do is I would cut an A5 sheet of this glitter cardstock and then just run it through as many times and get as many stars as you can, and then just go around gluing them on. So yeah, these homemade boxes are absolutely perfect for personalising for the person you're making them for the occasion. There we go. So here we have our little butterfly on the top, and then we have some stars here as well. And you can even do layer up these stars with different colours. And I would probably do the second one down out of the main cardstock and then layer it up on this one. So you can really kind of go to town in all your layering and decorating. Maybe even add a strip of this silver across here as well. That would look really nice. It would really split up the box as well. It would look extra special then. But then some of us don't know when to stop decorating, do we? So there's always that. That's kind of one of the hazards of crafting, I think. You don't know when to stop. At least it's not underdone. That's what I say. It's not underdone then if you overdo it. Just quickly tidying up here so I can sit back down again. Okay, so I'm going to switch the cameras over again. So I need to sort out my lighting, otherwise you'll be blinded. Okay, so the sun was out. It was daytime when I started filming. It is now dark outside, so I'm just going to quickly look at some of the comments here. I'll switch the cameras over first. And hello everyone. So I'm back, and then I'm going to have a quick look at the comments. So what do you guys think of the star? Did you like the kind of the star box? Do you think maybe for the collection, do you think it might need a smaller star, so it's kind of like a little set? Because that's becoming quite popular with my range now, in bringing different sizes out of the same die. It worked really well with the ornate gift bag. I think I have it just there behind me. There we go. I have the ornate gift bag, and then I have here I have the smaller one. And these are all my doctor's bags as well, so I need to send those off to Stockport so they can be stored there, but I might keep one or two for me. So thank you everyone for joining me today, and I will see you all again